Hello Jeff, it is Tuesday and that is hard to do without looking. So it seems my video meter is full again and that means it is time for vlogging. Now of course we like to have fun on our channel, but this week we're going to take a little bit more serious turn and talk, as we so often do, about the future.
The future.
The future.
The future.
The future!
The future.
The future.
The future.
That's right, Conan, Andy, Jimmy Fallon, movie phone guy, Andy again, William Shatner, and Doc Brown. The future. Specifically, the future of relationships.
My eyes have seen the glory of the guys from the future.
So I came across this article on the website of the magazine Science yesterday. Article on the website of the magazine. Yeah, called Online Dating Really Can Lead to Love. Link in the description. And the gist of it is that according to a recent survey, not only has online dating become one of the standard ways of starting a relationship, but married people who started their relationship through the internet have been shown to be just as, if not more, happy than people who started their relationship in normal, non-digital ways. Analog ways? Now, I think this is really cool. Sort of. Most of what the article talked about was dating websites. You know, Match.com, eHarmony, and the nefarious OkCupid. Honestly, I've heard more about OkCupid from blogs making fun of horrible posts from OkCupid than I have any other way. Really, it's more than I've heard about any dating website. But yeah, so this is sort of great. What the article didn't talk about very much, though, is the people who start relationships not on online dating websites. And that's really the start that I think is cooler, because it reflects my general philosophy for how you start healthy relationships. And that is, of course, not to be tracking. I'm not really a fan of dating websites. Not just because I'm married and have been in a relationship with the person I'm married to for the past more than 7 years, but because from all the observations that I've made of relationships starting, from people that I know and from people I've seen on the internet and various other things, starting a relationship is sort of the inverse Slender Man, I think, because the more you think about it, the less it knows where you are. Two of my closest friends, ugh, he's the worst, both started their current relationships on the internet. The former led to marriage and an adorable little daughter person, and the latter led to loving cohabitation that continues to this day. The thing is that neither of those relationships began on a dating website. They began on a web forum where they just met their future significant others and became friends through mutual interest and goofing off. And then they got to know each other more and went from just talking on a forum to talking on instant messaging services like AIM or ICQ or MSN. Oh my god, I'm old. The point is that these relationships didn't start with people specifically looking around for a romantic relationship. It developed from friends to better friends, all the way to now they live together for the rest of their lives. And that, I think, is the best foundation for long-term relationships. I mean, really, even though it wasn't on the internet, that's how mine started. Vicky and I happened to meet when we were moving into the dorm. I actually have a picture from that day. It's a blanket fort. What, I didn't take pictures of her. I didn't know we were gonna get married. This was 7 years ago. But, you know, we became friends. We had enough mutual interest to kindle a friendship, and then, you know, sort of grew from there, hanging out a lot more until eventually, oh, oops, romance happened. Yada, 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 sonic screwdrivers, marriage. You know how it goes. The thing I don't like about dating websites is, in a lot of ways, the same thing I don't like about the whole concept of the friend zone. It puts ridiculous limitations on the possibilities of interaction between different people. The entire concept of the friend zone exists specifically because people are going out to find relationships, whether they be romantic, sexual, whatever. And because they are only interested in finding a relationship, they discount friendship. They see it at best as a watered-down consolation prize, and at worst as an actual tormenting punishment. And this invariably leads to one or probably both parties being hurt and resentful and bleh. And that sucks. But honestly, I think going out with the mindset of, I need to go out and find a relationship, causes this sort of thing to happen. Obviously, people feel alone, they're gonna want companionship. But really, I think the best thing to go out and look for is friends. Because any good relationship should have that basis of friendship. That's the only advice about relationships that I ever received that was actually, you know, worthwhile. Your significant other should be your best friend.
I'm your best friend! You are one of my best friends! I'll take that!
Now, relationships aren't always about, you know, long-term romance, partnership, marriage, etc. Some people actually are only looking for physical relationships, but if the other person doesn't know that, the person who thinks that you're their friend Or even the person who thinks that maybe you actually are romantically interested in them. If that communication doesn't happen there, you're gonna have a bad time. So that is one of my advice for finding relationships in the future, is to give up on looking for relationships. Not give up on finding them, mind you, but I think looking for ways to expand your base of friends is a move that can never go wrong. Whether they're digital or analog friends, people that you get along with and get you, that's the opposite of the worst. That's the not worst. So, yes, that whole thing about relationship stuff. I don't know, it's just in my head. But it looks like the thing is running low, so I should probably wrap this up. It is June now, which is a very good time for me not to be forgetting birthdays, as well as Father's Day also. Also, The Man of Steel hits theaters not this week, but next week in America and not here. So I look forward to hearing more about cricket or whatever's in your next video, and I will see you in the future.